Hey guys, today I will show you how to distinguish between different hair fibers. There are a few out there on the market, but the main ones that you will find rooted on your dolls are conlon, saran, and nylon. Here I have Operetta, and she was rerouted using the conlon fiber. The way to tell if you have conlon hair is go ahead and feel the hair. It's matte, it is not very shiny. It's very soft and flowy, feather-like. If you take a strand, it actually breaks fairly easily. Conlon hair does not pass the heat test. Now if you take a strand of conlon hair and you apply heat to it directly, it will burn. Now in the past, I have curled or straightened conlon hair, and the way I do that is by using either plenty of water or some type of a product, curling cream, heat protector, and if you're super careful, you can get away with it, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Now if you hear that singeing noise, it's just about to burn, but as long as it's wet, you're able to go ahead and run the heat through it. But like I said, it's not recommended, so I would stay away from using heat on conlon hair. Conlon hair is usually found on Barbies. Now here we have Versace Barbie by Mattel. I believe she was rooted in the early 2000s, and she is rooted originally with conlon fiber. You can see it's nice and shiny, but it is not very greasy looking as you would get with the saran hair. Here we have Madeline Hatter, as well as I believe Wisp, and these two dollies have been originally rooted by Mattel using saran hair. Now if you take a look at saran hair, it feels almost gooey, gummy, and plasticky, just like saran wrap. So if you touch it and it feels like that rubbery kind of, sticky feel, it is saran. It is also easy to break if you take a strand. And it also gets tangled a lot faster than conlon hair. Now let's try the heat test on saran here. Now, here we go. Saran hair, heat. So now you can tell the difference between saran and conlon. Conlon will burn, saran will melt. As with the conlon hair, I have curled and straightened saran hair in the past, very carefully, using water or some type of a heat protecting product. As long as the hair is super wet or we apply some type of a heat protector, we can go ahead and carefully straighten the hair, and as soon as you hear the singeing, you're able to run through it. The steam that you see is not actually burning. It's helping to contain either the curl or the straightening of the hair. So you can go ahead and do that, but once again, it's not recommended. I do recommend staying away from curling the saran or conlon hair. So here we have an original Bratz doll, which I rerouted using nylon hair. There are many companies out there providing nylon hair. This specific nylon hair is by Kiwi. Kiwi Doll Hair is the company I work with the most. They supply me with most of my hair that I use for rerouting, as well as rooting for toy companies. Now, as you can see, it's nice and shiny, colorful, and the way you can tell if you're using nylon hair is if you take a strand, and it is not very easy to break. So It's the strongest hair, it's sturdy, and somewhat heat resistant. That is the reason I do prefer using nylon hair when rerooting. You take a section here, you can see that with the heat test, you are okay. This is nylon hair. I'm running the heat right over it without using any product. Now if I want the crimp or the curl to come out complete, I would usually use a little bit of water. And using the straightener, just go right over it. It's nice and straight. And although nylon hair is the most heat resistant, of course you want to go ahead and put your setting on the lowest heat possible. Here, this particular straightener is at 180, and you probably do not want to go any higher than that. The higher, the higher the heat setting, of course, the likelihood of burning could happen with nylon hair. So therefore, go ahead and use your lowest setting, and do use a little bit of water just to make sure that your hair stays nice and smooth, and there is very low chance of any damage to your doll's hair. Okay, here we have Faybelle Thorn, and I rerooted her using nylon hair as well. She's rooted with a curl, obviously. We will go ahead and see what happens if we straighten her hair out using heat. What I will do is let it some water here, brush it out a little bit. So you can still see that the curl is there. It's not going anywhere, no matter how much I brush. That's another good thing about the nylon hair. It really retains the curl. So we have the curl here. Okay, take your heat, go right over that a couple times. You can see there is no damage. The hair is nice and straight. Once you apply the heat, while the hair is still warm, go ahead and brush through it to get that really nice smooth look. It's fairly easy. Now you can go ahead and do the same with your curling iron. You can go right back in with this hair and curl it up once it straightens out. So there you have it. Nylon hair. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this informative video on different hair fibers for your doll. I hope you can take this information and take better care of your doll's hair. Bye-bye.